After listening to this story, stay tuned for a preview of another episode of American Memories Continued. Today's episode is entitled Yellow Raincoats and Black Galoshes with Clasps.
As new dreams are born and hopes are lived, so too are American Memories Continued.
American Memories Continued, an original audio series, is brought to you with love and commercial-free by
The Fingerprint Community Global, moved by greater to believe bigger. Advocatus Ecclesiae Publishing, perfecting the distribution of hope.
and by the ongoing monthly support of friends, community members, and sustaining faithful partners like you. Our theme music, Proudly Western, was composed and performed by J. Mann at www.ourmusicbox.com. We're thankful and humbled that you've chosen to tune in regularly for your favorite episodes of American Memories Continued.
Not just stories told, memories lived.
Let all of your cares go for just a little while. Listen closely. Prepare your heart to be stolen. You now have a front row seat, and this is family time.
American Memories Continued begins now.
Rain, rain, go away. Come back another day. When you're young, you want to play. Our coats and jackets were called wraps. Our pants were called trousers. And when it was a wet, cloudy day outside, we covered our shoes with galoshes. Ah, the days of messy mud rooms, shaking off umbrellas and hats before you could enter the house. And how could you ever forget 3/4 length, metal clasping, slightly too big, yellow raincoats. Our galoshes were usually black, and who knows, maybe for a while, that could have been the only color they were made in. As children, we were packed in with all of that stuff on. But it was the good intent of our parents to keep us from getting soaked in the rain and catching a cold that they were going to have to deal with. If you remember these days, you'll know that it's a funny thing how we could come to school with this extra layer of clothes on. But when the school day was done, we'd somehow forget and leave most of that stuff right where we took it off. I think that may be because at the end of the school day, often it wasn't raining anymore. Our parents devised ways to help identify what was ours because they knew that their attempts at using safety pins and alligator clips with elastic attachments to keep us from losing gloves, hoods, and hats just wasn't going to work. Our name tags were placed or written on the inside of our sleeves and inside the collar of our clothes. They also identified our school supplies with hidden markings. Most people were honest, so if a child came home without the things that they originally arrived at school with, it was because the child left it behind, not because someone had stolen it. You could easily grab it the next day at school, right where you left it. Or you could find it in what was called the lost and found area. As children, we were in a hurry to get outside, playing with friends and schoolmates before hours, and hanging around outside and on the playground once we were dismissed instead of making our way home as we should. There were competitions, but there weren't many fights. During elementary school years, our walk to school included passing stores, a church, restaurants, a sign printing building, barbershops, an ice cream parlor, a fire station, a family-owned machine parts store, and a large, full Hostess Bakery outlet. That's right, I went way back, and it was a thriving neighborhood. On the subject of competition, most young boys do like young girls, and I remember one that I couldn't wait to see every day. I believe her name was Constance Grease. I wasn't the only one with my eye on her. The other suitor was Martin Hairston. Constance probably didn't know that either one of us existed, but we sure did notice her. I don't know if she was the reason, but Martin and I got into an after-school scuffle, and he won. Not to let it go at that, a day or so later, we did it again, and I evened the score. An adult from the bakery or fire station broke us up and made us shake hands. We became good friends after that, and by the next semester, Constance's parents had moved, and of course, Constance was now headed to a new school. I can't tell you what the weather was like when we found out about her moving, but I'm pretty sure that it felt like a rainy day to us. If you're exiting the studio, please watch your step. For those who are tuned in, we now return you to your ordinary day. We truly hope that you've enjoyed spending this time with us. Our goal, with your help, is that the American Memories Continued experience grows to become America's new favorite pastime, serving you and your loved ones wherever they are. What did you want to say, young lady? Go ahead.
Make sure to become a fan and a supporting partner and listen to our full episodes.
Click the links below and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Medium.com, Instagram, and YouTube. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe.
Give American Memories Continued to yourself or to someone that you know. Thank you for listening. Thank you to our veterans for all that you've done for us. And truly, we thank you for your ongoing support.
Until next time, God bless.
God bless you.
And now, a preview from another episode of American Memories Continued. It was an emergency. No one that I knew of ever took the phone call in the bathroom. There were no underground sprinkler systems. If it hadn't rained and you wanted your grass watered, you had to hook up the hose and stand outside on the sidewalk or sit on your steps and water your lawn. There was joy in this era and a sense of peace and security, knowing that for the most part, everyone was home safe and sound by a certain time at night. Well, primarily for normal families anyway. The street lights are on. See you tomorrow morning. It was about the innocence of thinking that I can't wait to get older so that I can stay up late and hang out and do what the big girls and boys are doing. Funny, they weren't doing much. But when you're young and looking up to them, you don't know that.
Let's see it.